Okay. So here, I'm starting the VOD, you're playing Syndra against Echo, he has Hail of Blades. You have to watch for his level 1 with E, because he can look to proc that and have some pressure, but you do have more wave clear. You should be able to shove in the first 3 waves against him, because most range versus melee matchups, you're allowed to shove 3 waves in and reset on the 3rd wave for a cheater recall. And he might be able to wave clear depending on how he plays it, but generally you want to look to Q to harass as he last hits creeps. Here, good, you're guarding. I like this guard. Something I might like even more is just going here. If you hug this wall, you can actually ward this rapture camp, and that gives you vision of the enemy jungler, gives you better tracking, gives you more information, because again, you already have a teammate here, which nothing wrong with this. I much prefer this over guarding turret. A lot of people just stand here. But yeah, something to gain line of sight and walk here, and then you can just literally ward here. There's very, very low risk. They will never 5-stack over here and surprise you. They generally, you just hug this wall, the turret will not see you, and you get away with it. Anyways, let's see how you walk to lane, see how you approach. But again, you generally want to secure a small push advantage because you're ranged onto melee. You don't know what spell he got first, so hard to say. You might want to respect it. Do know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Starts Q. Okay. You can punish that because he now has 0 wave clear. But I don't know why you walked so far forward without knowing what spell he got or without. You also auto attack him, which auto attacks will gain creep aggro. Your already targeted spell will gain you creep aggro, whereas your Q doesn't. So if you Q'd him here, this would be perfectly fine. But you auto attack him, which makes you lose this trade. You lose what, 100 HP, roughly, and he loses about 100 HP as well. Still don't like that trade, just because you could have just Q'd him. I don't think you Q him. I think you just auto attack him. Yeah, you just auto attack him, and your Q is like the same range. Anyways, you Q. Oh, now you Q him, so now that's why he loses 100 health. Okay, cool. Auto attacking him. Here's now it's good. But yeah, you want to kill minions, focus on minions, play for level 2. The next wave is already going to come in. Ideally, this wave is almost dead by the time this one gets here, which it looks like it will be, which is good. So nice. This is a push lead. I'm not sure if it's intentional or not. You do get level 2 first. You need to be standing forward. Just move forward. Just move forward. Move forward. Move forward. You will be like getting level 2. Shaco is actually in vision right now. If we're paying attention to where the jungler is and if we're keeping track of them, they are actually over here. I'm not sure how often you look at the minimap. Just to look, something to look between waves or between killing creeps. So far, the auto attack versus Q trade, mechanical, and not playing for level 2 would be knowledge. And I'm not sure if you're keeping track of Shaco or not. So that means you want to play towards topside just because he pretty much can't gank you if he comes from here. So you want to posture and just play more towards this side if you can, which you kind of are, which is nice. Good. Sure, you can hit him. You can don't just let him get free CS, especially if his Q is down. He can't trade on you. I think you go E second into Echo just because you can guarantee knock him back if he jumped on top of you, and after you press your E, you can just land your Q because he's gonna be in range still. You don't have to always stun Echo. You don't have to always QE. You can just E into Q. Anyway, sure you get W. Not that crazy, not that big of a deal. I also don't specifically play Echo and Syndra like a crazy amount, but it's just something I believe people do. Sure, she's spam pinging. I don't know why she's spam pinging. I have no idea why she's spam pinging. That's just obnoxious. Here, sure. I would position a little bit further up just because, again, you do know Shaco was bot side, and I believe he ganked bot right after. Yeah, he did gank bot right after if we were watching while you were clearing waves or whatever. So you do know he's still bot line, and if you keep track of how many camps he's killed, he's only killed 2 camps. So again, just play topside, play around here. That way you just have 3 teammates versus well, that's not really a teammate. So, and they're also not going to move from lane, so we'll just play more topside. Because you kind of play it topside, but you don't really move, it's fine. Yeah, you should look to just Q him. Just Q him whenever it's up. And now he is level 3, now he can trade on you. So you didn't manage to crash the wave. You did have a really big wave over here, and he gets to thin it out. And he doesn't get punished during these auto attacks. Every time he's autoing, especially the if he autos the caster creep, you should be able to punish him. Melee creeps, maybe not always, but you should be able to, like, generally be able to punish him. Just because, like, when he goes for these here, you're level 2, he's level 1. You should just be on top of him. There's I don't care if he gets level 2 during that fight. You have a bigger wave, and you can be pressuring him that whole time. So not using your level advantage, not knowing when you win the trade, and I'm not sure if you're playing towards a Shaco or not because you're posturing topside, but you can just play it more and it's not crazy big deal. Anyways, let's see if you play towards level 3. Because he gets level 3, and you don't crash this wave, so now you want to look to keep this wave somewhere here. Again, this is generally a range versus melee thing. Ideally, you would crash this and look for a cheater recall. That doesn't happen. It's fine. Not a big deal. You probably want the wave somewhere in the middle now, or on your side, largely because Shaco jungle just has a lot of pressure, and Echo can chase you down. If you do choose to play forward, it's just, even in the first 5 minutes, you just do reduced tower damage, so pushing would just generally not be beneficial in top and mid, at least not hitting the tower, because you pretty much won't get a plate. Anyways, so here, sure, hit him. Q, nice, good job. Yeah, you want to keep Qing him pretty much all the time. Your Q costs like 40 mana. You regen like probably 25, 30. Well, that was really early E. It's okay to take damage. It's okay to have him on top of you. It's not the end of the world if he jumps on top of you. The reason why I say that's just because, sure, you hit him, but you also miss your stun. Let's just say he connects it. He gets creep aggro. He gets really far behind. Like, Vi is right here. It's not the end of the world that you knock it back. Sure, you deny damage, but you don't have to instantly E. He was not that threatening, he was not that scary, and he also had a lot less health than you. So, just holding your spells a little bit longer, so you can also secure more damage. Because if he does look to chase this far down, let's just say he jumps on to you here. Is he going to fight you, like, right next to your turret? You can also just land the full rotation. So here, sure. That's fine. Sure. Keep the wave. You want to just pull this wave? Yeah. Pull it and harass with Q. Keep harassing with Q. Because he's still really, really healthy. You want to trade your mana for his health bar. Sure, you don't want to shove this that hard. Unless you're looking to reset. Sure. You want to do it when you're just casting spells. You want to cast it when he's going to be stuck doing something. Like when he's going for a minion. So I'm guessing you're trying to hit him and really focused on him and not just killing the wave, which he doesn't have a current plan. He's like, oh well, now I can kill minions. I wasn't doing anything before. I was pretty much baiting your spells and it worked out. And now your wave's awkwardly pushing towards them. And now you're just in a debatably vulnerable spot. Because he gets to chase you down, but you can still harass with Qs. Sure, ward, that's good. Again, you can always just, if you ever do push, you would want to ward Raptors. Because it's just really easy and gives you a lot. Ooh, yeah, you have to see that before. You walked into it. That's mechanical. It's fine that he jumps on you, but you don't want to get stunned. You don't want to fight giving him a shield and giving him all this. You're way better off just mechanically just walking away from that in an angle that, yeah, he might be able to chase you a little bit more, but the stun lets him hit you more than you just walking in an angle. Okay, you want to be looking to reset at some point soon. You are getting low on mana, so either have a wave crash into you and then push it out. You guys also are looking for level 6 in about a minute. She's getting fan pinged. We haven't been keeping track of Shaco. So far, mana management's really awkward. Not knowing, I guess, when to plan a recall or when to cast spells, because I don't know why you flashed there. You seem to be getting hit by his W's instead of just walking out towards him. Because Echo, you have enough time. I forget when it shows you, but here, you just walk out. You don't. You always have time to dodge it, which is why Echoes never land it. But you flash, which now makes you extremely vulnerable, and you can't shove this in. If you can't crash this wave, you're setting yourself up for a really bad spot. So sure, whatever, you flash. So now you have no flash. You want to either recall or have this wave at your turret because you have no flash and no mana. You can't harass him under turret. You can't shove on wave. You don't know where their jungler is. Just makes it really awkward. And this next sequence, you half shove, and if he's good, you could just freeze this and then force you to TP back. Sure, you have TP. Sure, it's mid lane. The freeze won't last forever, but he will get a small advantage. He'll get level 6 first, and he can pressure you. You have no flash. I don't know why you just walked this close. So far, a lot of things are me just mentioning mistakes that he's not punishing, because you just walked up and you have no flash. He would, considering you've been walking into the W's, he either kills you by landing W or gets you dangerously close. Because here you have 450 HP, and his full rotation will do what, 100, 200 plus passive. You're borderline on lethal, not including his auto attacks, because he will do over 300 damage plus auto attacks. So that is lethal range, but he for some reason goes down here and doesn't just fight you. But yeah, so far a lot of mechanical mistakes I've noticed, and decision making on when you're pushing or shoving, when you're holding a wave, on how often you're harassing him. The decisions seem to be very, I'm trying to hit Echo, I want to hit Echo, he's scary, I'm now running, but I didn't expect him to cast the spell. So it just seems very reactionary in a very awkward way, instead of having a plan or strategy beforehand. Regardless if the plan or strategy is good or bad, just having a strategy is beneficial. Like, I'm going for level 2, I'm going for level 3, I want to build enough gold for Lost Chapter, I want to stay at my tower, I want to be at his tower. It seems like it's very Echo scary, or I want to hit him. And you can have the I want to hit him, but you need to have slightly longer plans than that, being like, every time he walks up to a melee creep or caster creep, try to cast Q. Probably on caster creeps you can almost always get it. On melee creeps you might not, just because you're going to be further away and it'll be at near your max range. So here you're in a very awkward flashless vulnerable position. You're forced to either reset, you don't have enough mana. This is really awkward. You do hit 6, he will hit 6 with you. If you keep track of XP, usually at the 530 mark, solo lanes get level 6. You do get 6. He's not respecting it, but he also gets level 6 right away, and you have no mana, so just awkward. Now you're just awkwardly here because you could have just reset because you've been so low, or at least pull this wave in, you have mana regen, and then have enough to shove 1 or 2 waves in. You've been casting spells, but a lot of it isn't chipping at specifically at him or the wave. It's just aimed at him and then maybe hitting a minion, and it makes it really awkward. Okay, sure, you TP back. That works. Sure. You can look to pull this wave and just freeze it. You can tank like 2 casters. It's okay to tank 2 casters. You could just tank these 2 casters, honestly. You could have just tanked the 2 casters. You lose a little bit more HP, but you make him lose out a bit more. And keep the wave on your side. Because again, you can shove into his tower if you're ahead and you want to bring the Shaco into your lane, but that's much more difficult to do. Sure, Echo, you're moving. Are you moving? Okay, cool. There's Shaco. You're level 7. Okay. Okay. You want to look toward, don't just stand here. You can, but and you can put deeper vision, you can move further out, you can ward this guy's raptors. I'm sure it might be scary, so maybe don't ward raptors at that exact moment. You can look toward, for example, instead of just standing here and warding, yeah, that's warding for your lane, but you also do see that he got the crab, which means he is here, which means, again, play towards top side. I'm not sure how you position in lane, or if you look at him that he got Scuttle Crab. So you want to be standing here. Shaco, you have a ward here, so you know he's not going to gank from there, but he can gank from this angle still. He can gank from maybe over here. He probably won't, but just keep note of that. So here, your wave's in a really awkward spot now because it wasn't properly crashed, and now he can chase you down. Galio's over here. That's fine. You don't have to be this scared, but it's fine. Yeah, so far. Also, what items you got? Last chapter? Cool. Sure. You are also flashless, so I don't mind you playing this safe, which, yeah, good you don't let Galio get much of his time. If anything, you can waste more of Galio's time by not... In higher ranks, they'll just know this is warded, and then just walk away. But you can waste more of their time by being a little bit more forward. It's more difficult, but it just wastes more of their time. And makes them not know if that's warded for sure. Anyways. Because just the way you're playing, you're just like, oh, I know this is warded pretty much, because I'm playing, like, out of vision for them. Anyways. So now it's going to crash into you. You can look to start poking him, or thin this out. So you just gave him the freeze again. You've been very much disliking, I'm assuming, the position you're in, which is, oh, Echo can chase me down. Echo can hurt me, but you just gave him that option again, instead of just letting that wave come towards you, and you can comfortably farm it or just have it more in a neutral state. Because right now it's just leaning towards his side, which means you can start trading like this, which is just a much more difficult fight to play off. Wait, you don't have your E? Why don't you have your E? Wait, why don't you have your E? When did you use your E? There's no ball on the floor, and he was... So you, especially in this lane, you can just reactionarily cast your E. If you're fed or ahead or confident, you can land your stun or something, but that was... Yeah, you missed your E, so he just wins this trade no matter what. Again, if you had E here, you could land your full rotation, because you could keep him in place for a little bit longer. But again, all this stems from just not controlling the wave where you want it. Because you're blasting the wave whenever it gets near you, and then it stays on his side. And he's, keeping it on his side. He's not hard shoving it back into you. It'll automatically slow push because how lane's just a shorter lane. But here, if you blast this wave again, bad things will happen. You'll probably die within the next wave if you hard blast this wave again. And give him another situation where he can just control it. Oh, there's Shaco. Okay, so ideally you keep this wave here. You just keep this wave here. Shaco's mid right now, you don't do much. Cool. Just don't spam all your abilities. You want to thin it out. You do want to thin it out if you can, to prevent him from hard crashing it. I'm fine with it. I don't know what that E was. You E backwards. So a lot of mechanical mistakes with your abilities, because I don't know why you just casted your E backwards. Your mouse should be nowhere that close to your character, so I don't know why you casted it that way. Because your mouse, I'm assuming, would be... I mean, it had to be literally where you just threw your W. So your mouse literally had to be here. And then your E went that way. You input a movement command and then... I don't know. So yeah, decision making on... level 2 and 3, harassing more consistently early on to punish him for walking up, especially when you were level 2 and he was level 1. Okay, sure, you pull this wave. That's fine. Okay. But yeah. it's okay to not have priority in lane. At the same time, okay, this is good. You just hit him like 2 or 3 times in a row because he's looking to play aggressively. Oh, okay, you don't have to cast your W. Your W will probably miss it to the longer cast time, and he sees it with you. And okay, not bad. But again, if you do either have to full crash waves or don't. Okay, okay. Let's see how this goes. Because again, just managing the wave in general has been really awkward. You keep giving him positions where he can chase you down. Okay, you land your E, not bad. Cool. Don't let him don't let him get the Q on the return. That's just 100% avoidable. And then he yeah. Do I not see his ghost, or does he not level it up yet? I guess I don't see it on the replay. That's sad. In game you see the ghost, and you walk over it, which is, yeah, I just forget about it because the replay doesn't have the ghost. But in game you will have a ghost, which means you just walked over Echo's ghost, which yeah is literally right here, right here. It's literally on top, 100% on top of you. He lands it. He early casts his E, he misplays it, and now he's chasing you. At this point, you just press R, even if you die. Just push R, just push R, just push R. You don't. Your E's are very odd. So if you cast your ultimate, you probably either kill him or get very, very close to it, depending on how many balls you have on the ground. Your Q doesn't intercept or stop your movement commands. I guess it's on cooldown here. But you can literally just cast Q, but you half auto cast your E. Just a lot of mechanical mistakes that are very odd. And again, knowledge in the first 3 waves, and then every single wave is pretty much just, he's been keeping the entire wave here for the whole game. Pretty much, if you just watch, right after level, let's say 4 or 5, the wave pretty much permanently ends up here. Right after this point. So here it's even. Even. Even-ish. Then here, it ends up on his side. And from here, it stays on his side. Oh, you don't freeze this. So it goes back on his side. It's still on his side. You're keeping the wave on his side. And it's still on his side. Okay, here. But he crashes it. And he keeps the wave and you're just giving it to him, so he gets to chase you down all these times. And you didn't push R on him there. And if you Q R, he pretty much dies. Because your Q does what? 100 something damage? And 200, yeah. So plus R. Your R does it say how much it does minimum or 1 orb? It does, I think, so 3, so what is that? 300 and something plus your Q hitting, which is another 100 and something. I'm saying 100 because I'm rounding down by the way for MR. That's why I'm heavily rounding down. Because it's more like 200 damage. Because you QR, you QR, you QR, QR. You Q and your R. So 300 from your R. And your Q does another 100 something. You get realistically very, very close. If not, you kill him. Because 2 plus 3 will be 500. He might get really, really close to dead. But either way. Also, if you QE, he actually gets stunned, and then that actually lands, and that would connect, and he actually dies. Because these, if it does push the spear, it also does bonus, like it does damage as well. So even if you don't land the E, like cone damage, your ball does the damage. So again, mechanical, and decision making in the whole wave, because If you just keep this wave here or even, you can start harassing him more. Again, there's nothing wrong with pushing the wave if you're ahead, or if you want to bring the jungler, or if you can fight him, or you can harass him and he can't punish you, then that's good. But since you're even or behind, which you're even, you can't harass him or punish him under a tower, he can just chase you down at this point. It just makes it really, really awkward. So at this point, you want to look to finish your item, and then just pretty much you can just start wave clearing and look to move around the map. Okay, you're not complete. Sure, I guess he looks to reset. Okay, move for dragon. Good. Yeah, you clear the wave. Good. I haven't been talking too much about jungler, or when to leave, or when to roam for herald and things. So far, it's just because a lot of the time you are extremely vulnerable, and if you do roam, you do risk missing out a lot of the wave and experience and gold. Because again, if you completely crash a wave, then you can roam. You've had very awkward roam timers just because you'd lose waves. Oh, are you keeping the wave on your side? Okay, okay. But you need to reset. You have below half health. Echo can just one rotation you. It's great. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you freeze or hold a wave, but you need to reset. His rotation kills you. Okay, cool. You just burned. He can kill you. If he was good, okay, I'm not gonna use that big pen. If he was good, he almost kills you there because you just burned your E. He just, yeah. As soon as you burn your E, because you keep missing QE, so mechanically, like a lot of skill shots are just being missed. Okay, sure, plates are gone. Sure, TP back. You got loot and zip, good. Items, good. That's, again, you just keep missing. And, I mean, you see Shaco here, it's just really scary. You just keep missing a lot of your spells, skill shot wise. Like, you need to hit him, like for example there, he's going for a minion, and your E's, that's the second time you casted that, and it's just nowhere in range. So a lot of just mechanical mistakes and decisions based on how to manipulate the wave, like where you want it, and how to trade, because the trade patterns have been really awkward and really missed. It's your mouse literally flies off after casting a Q on him or a W on him, which it confuses me. I'm guessing you're clicking back, which, okay, you see this. You just don't get stunned. You don't want to walk through it because I believe it still slows you if it hits you. Also, if he burns his E on a creep, which I think he does right after, you can keep harassing him. Okay, he does burn his E on you, and you cancel buffer it, move it. Sure, you can harass him now for a little bit. Okay, okay, nice. Can you keep this wave here? Oh, you're keeping this wave here. Okay, nice. Do you kill him? Do you kill him? Do you kill him? Do you kill him? No, okay. That's why Echo is good into Syndra, because he can do that. I don't know why you don't stay on top of him. But yeah, good that you hit him here. Good that you harass him. Where'd that ball come from? What? Do balls not stay on the map for me? Oh, they don't stay on the map. That's just bad spectator bug. That sucks. I just took that in. That's why I haven't seen them. Okay, so that's a stun. Okay, cool. Q, E, cool. So again, you do see his clone in thing. So you can stay on top of him, and you can keep hitting him. You still have your Q. Whenever he walks away, I mean, it's just Echo Syndra matchup thing. It kind of does suck that he gets to just ult your ulti. Okay, nice. You do have to know where Shaco is. I do like now that you're hitting him, you're harassing him. Good. Because again, these hits are, he's looking to clear the wave. He's looking to cast his Q through the wave, and you smash him. Good. Barely misses, but that's fine. Because he casts E and dodges it. Here. It's okay if you don't kill him. You don't have to greed for him. It's okay. It's okay. I'm saying that because we didn't know where Shaco was, but now that we know Shaco was, we're here. Again, you need to not be stunned. If he stuns you, he kills you. Yeah, a lot of this is mechanical. Mechanically, you don't dodge the skill shot. You don't land the skill shots. And you're fighting into... I mean, so the past 3 minutes have been better. The past 3 minutes have been on your side. But you don't manipulate the wave enough to have winning trade positions. But mechanically, there's just a lot missing. And then knowledge-wise on where to have the wave, how to play the wave. We haven't talked about teleport usage because it's just been really awkward. You do want to look to sideline at some point. Turrets are still up, minus this one. But you do want to look to sideline. Don't commit at this point. At this point, it's okay to go top. Okay, cool. Nice. Shaco's hitting you. Do you get to walk away? So after he dies, let's play at normal speed. You keep walking forward, not knowing how much damage your ultimate does. Then you flash, and he still kills you. That's understanding Shaco damage and knowledge of. Ooh, let's shut down. But just that was very awkward. Okay, you are even in items, and CS is acceptable. It's not perfect, but it's fine. But you do want to look to side lane. You do have teleport. Maybe it's on cooldown, but you do have teleport. So looking to side lane. Yorick realistically should never kill you. You can just clear the wave and then go put vision down. You don't want to be mid anymore. You don't want to share experience. You don't want to share gold. Just go top lane. Why is this guy here? Why is this guy allowed to just be solo here? Why? I don't care about this fight. Why is the jungler being forced to... Your jungler isn't here, so fighting for dragon is much more awkward. I don't really care too much about the result of this fight. I just care that Yorick solo pushing top with no answer. Yeah, awkward TP usage from... I'm not sure when the last time you TP'd back is. You TP back... When do you TP? Why do you TP? Where do you TP? This is an awful teleport, by the way. I'm mentioning that because you can... If you were, for example, top lane with teleport over here, right after Silas walks, if you were up here with teleport, instead of saving it for 7 minions, 1 wave, because at this point you're in mid game, you can side lane with teleport, much more valuable in catching that 1 wave. Because that would have gotten you would literally get 2 waves. But now you have I responding to this, now you're over here in this situation. So playing with teleport, you especially, solo lanes want to side lane in general, but especially if you have teleport, you want to side lane, because then you can just farm this and teleport to the fight. Not have Vi respond to that. Again, you want to be side lane. You don't want to be here. You want to be bot side. You want Vi will probably catch top. You want to be bot lane. Imagine being in this bush, just waiting, and the misfortune for some reason is here. You kill her. You can one rotation her. I'm assuming, yeah, she's 04. She has blood. You just one rotation her. You just Q once in the bush. But I'm not sure if you know how to prep your ultimate, so you can have a 7 orb ultimate. You have to preemptively Q and then Q them, and then pick up the orb before it despawns, and then cast it on top of them, Q it, and that would be, depending if you have enough CDR, you can get 7 by doing that. Otherwise you only get 6. But sure, good, he dies, but again, I want you to side lane. Good capture on him, yeah, but I want you to side lane. I don't want... Sure, catching this wave is good. Okay, cool. Do you side lane? Do you side lane? Do you side lane? Okay. Jin's here, okay. Your team's here for dragon. Wave clear this wave. Clear this wave, sit and fog. Clear this wave, sit and fog. You are not sure it's misfortune, but you are not a tank. You are a mage. You do not know what's happening here. You don't know who's here. Let's turn off. I mean, sure. I guess I'm not sure if we saw them before. Did we see them before? Yeah, we don't know where they are because we don't have vision. We don't have prio mid. We do not want to be standing here. Luckily, they aren't here. But if Echo or Galio was there, you just bad things happen. You are a mage. You're a burst mage, almost control mage. Later on in the game, when you have more CDR, you can be more control magey with your ultimate and casting your E after you ult for all the orbs to just scatter away. Sure, you miss. You miss. Especially after you miss, walk away. No, like you don't want to be in that position. Just imagine you being here, Shaco dies, and you just secure this. I mean, sure, your team still gets it, which is great. Your team gets it. Okay, here, you sideline. Don't. Very scary. We do have vision of it, but still very scary. What are you? He still gets turret though. Doesn't he still get turret? I guess he doesn't. Okay. I mean, you save a turret, so I don't mind the teleport. Again, I'm just seeing if, because you want to decide to either shove this in or defend that. I mean, you still save. He could get the turret still. But that's fine. That's an okay teleport since you save tower. Again, you are face checking here. Your champion does not face check bushes. Your champion just goes, "Oh, you're in vision? I can smack you." Yorick goes, "Oh, you walked up to me. I can smack you." There's no reason for you to check the bush. If he's there, this happens. If he's not there, well, you can just keep going. Because you want to keep space, you want to keep distance. You never want to walk into a position where they will be very close to you. Nothing comes of it because he doesn't have too much gold or items, but you just get chunked out. You lose a third of your health for no real reason. He dies. He dies. Stun him. Stun him. A lot of this. So you have a Vi here. Vi spam pings. She spam pings on my way. You don't know what you're scared of. He cannot one rotate. He cannot flash just kill you. If you stun him here, I mean, Vi's gonna ult either way. He probably still dies. You pick up Maiden instead of a ball, which is fine because he still dies. But just being there, so he burns flash, but just again a lot of mechanically missing things in rotations. Sure, here you're side laning. Cool. Get this tower. Reset. Look to set up Baron. Baron's been up. Baron's past 20 minutes. At this point, enough towers are down. You can look to Baron set up Baron earlier, but that's just the perfect time now because of all outers being gone. All outers are gone, and it's past 20 minutes, so Baron. I haven't talked too much about Dragon or Grubbies or Herald, again, because lots of the time you were just in a position where it was really awkward. Here, again, just side lane. Just side lane. There's no reason for you to be here. Because at this point, your CS per minute has dropped down drastically because you've gotten, what, 35 creeps in, what, 5 minutes? Maybe more? Hold on. Let's just go to... I'm gonna skip ahead to 25 minutes, let's say. So you're at 140. You're at 140 at 17. So in 7 minutes, right? You've gotten what? Sorry, 50 CS in 8 minutes. Which just has you doesn't sound the worst, but it's just it will add up because you're not side laning. Because of how much you've been sharing gold. Because again, there are literally you can have over 10 CS per minute. I'm not saying like you will because you know fights happen and everything, but you can definitely have a lot more CS. Don't push this alone. Don't push this alone. Your champion doesn't do this. Your champion does not auto push turrets. This is the furthest wave that's being pushed out. We do see champions, but you will not get this inhib. You do not pass through Fog of War. You look to secure objectives like Baron. You go help your team here. This is... Remember that whole setting up Baron I was talking about 22 minutes after you got this tower? After you guys get this tower here, set up Baron. Your Jin's in position for it, and I believe so is your Vi. But again, here personally, I'd be bot lane or top lane, but whatever, not the end of the world. Just again, just that thing, because again, he just pointing against that tower. Imagine just being top. You're here with your team. You're just running down. You've played almost the entire game in mid. I think you've left lane 2 or 3 times when you should have been solo laning. Oh, sure. Okay, awkward. That's just. Does Yumi die? No. Okay, she lives. Okay. Don't know. Okay, clearing vision. You want to set up? You're clearing vision for dragon. That's cool, but I mean, soul's nice, yeah. But also Baron. Baron's been up for a while. For example, when was the Baron option here? Because yeah, what is it? After the fight mid, is it? When? Around here? Is it? Red team's turret is no, I forget. But yes, you do want to look to set up Baron. That's right. When was Jin? Sorry. I want to go back to when Jin was there with Yumi. Because I believe Jin walks here with Yumi at some point. Baron would be an option. No, I'm just blind. Or is it later? Okay, I don't know. I'm wrong. Either way, side lane. You keep walking down mid. You sweep where they probably have never walked or gotten vision on, considering they keep fighting you mid lane and they keep fighting people bot lane. They have not really fought here, so sweeping that is awkward. You can sweep down the pit. Oh, here's where the Baron is. Sorry, this is where the Baron is. Instead of here's where the Baron is. They had what? 2 people bot lane. They just killed your Sylas. 3 people. They have 3 people down here. This is Baron. You have everyone top. This is just Baron. Yeah, it takes communication and teamwork and everything, but this is just mid to late game macro of your team's honestly probably also looking to Baron, considering Jin is literally standing in the pit with Yumi. And again, this is not your job. You don't change this fight. You don't change the outcome here. You don't look for picks here. Everyone's on the map. So I guess, sure, it's not as dangerous as I said earlier, but you don't change this. You don't affect this. So I'm not sure if how much you pan your camera or move or see things, but even just if you keep it lock screen, you can count. There's at least 2. There was 3, but you can tell there's at least 2 people there, and Sylas dies. If you pan your camera over, you get to see 3. But this, if you spam ping your team Baron here, you get Baron. Shut down. Or if you're in position to help this guy kill Shaco. Because let's just say you're literally anywhere here. You sweeper this, and you go, oh, there's a Shaco here. I'm in this bush. I don't know if they have vision here. I don't know which way he pathed, but they have no vision there. Yeah, if you were literally just in this bush, oh, you'd find him. And if you find him, great. You blow him up, you probably kill him. You just, again, you set up in a bush with one ball, cast another one. As it's about to despawn, you W, pick it up, and then you Q, E, and then he dies. You don't have to do all of those things for perfect setup for 7 or ulti, but you can chunk him out. But instead, this fight now happens. It's super awkward. You've been dancing around mid lane. I don't know if you've killed anything or done anything for the past minute, because from what, minute 25 to sure, I mean, you guys end up getting them. I'm not sure how much of an influence you had over that fight. Okay. Yes, just being here sooner, being here earlier, Vi would have lived. Because again, if you're just in a bush, or in here just much earlier, well, I guess to just exist, and if I exist, you guys win this fight much sooner. And this is just having a choice of what you're going to do. Sure, this is a lot of in-game, the game is this, the game is that. But having the idea, I want to do Baron. Standing around Baron. Not running down mid. Or you could be side laning, you could be top. Don't be Bacchus, was already there in that case. So, it's fine to be clearing mid. But if you're already the furthest lane pushing out, you need to be somewhere else because it's just dangerous and you're not getting the inhibitor. It does not provide enough for your team. Yeah, sure. Soul is up. This is very scary. Look where your team is. Look where you are. I said Baron earlier. That's great. That's lovely. Baron would be the ideal move. I'm wrong. I guess Soul would be arguably better. But you just die here. You just die. I don't know what you're doing here. I don't care if she dies. Because unless you get this tower, which you should not get this tower, because you're the only person. Like if I was on the enemy team, and I go, oh, what am I gonna do? I don't know what they're doing. If I'm on the enemy team, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm Galio or whatever, I'm Echo. Okay, Echo's like, alright, I'm gonna kill this dragon. This guy was looking to press R on her. He either was out of range, or if you just moved a little bit sooner, you'd be dead. Because he'd be in range to R. Get reduced damage, increase resistances, and you'd be dead. They just chase you down to slow you, and your arc would eventually show up. Either way, turret damage is not valuable enough for you. Your whole team is on the opposite side of the map. So again, play for the objective, which would be Baron, or in that case Dragon. Damaging the turret is not the move. I'm going to look to summarize these things so far. Have a plan on how you want to play the lane. If you want to shove or freeze or keep the lane in the middle. Also understand range versus melee. You won't always get be able to shove 3 waves in because Echo has a lot of wave clear. But you want to also press your level advantage. Let's see how you stand here. Go on, teleport in. Your spacing is very odd. You're very close to them. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, sure. Run this way. Do you have a ward? You don't have a ward, you have super. Also look to buy control wards. Because you don't have enough gold this time. Okay. Oh, you have Darkseid on. Right. Sure, you're on cooldown. It's okay. To Ben Yumi, it's fine. If she dies, she dies. Okay, sure. Let's see. Let's go over the fight a bit. Again, ideally you just fight at Baron. You don't. Let's see.
Shut down. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Wait, did I skip this one? Oh, you guys. I want to go back to this fight over here. I don't remember when it was. It's after you push top lane, and after you kill Misfortune. Sorry, I forget timers and timestamps. Because I'm just not editing and doing this really raw. Teleport here. Which, it's a difficult choice. I personally just wouldn't teleport to this because, again, I want to silent and teleport for a big deciding fight at Baron. Because, again, that's where you do a teleport. You're going to stand on the side and teleport into fight for objectives. This fight in general is debatably for the inhib, but your team isn't all there. This objective is Baron. Sure, whatever you flash, it's just awkward. So again, just side lane. Now you have no flash as well. Just side lane. side lane. Side lane and look to teleport for objectives. Because your CS per minute just keeps plummeting and plummeting and plummeting. At 17 minutes you had 140, you've got 60 CS, and it's been 12 minutes. You got the overwhelming majority of your CS in the first 15 minutes. Let's see. Wait, why are you? Hold on. So, again, you don't want to create cool your side laning. You need to move to this fight. You show up a bit late. It's not that late. You just, in cases like this, you need to provide more utility for your team. So just a lot of champion the way it's being played, because you can ult a modest target and then just E and it stuns everybody. Because here, assuming that's the real Shaco, you can just ult the Shaco. I know what the real one is, whichever time you don't ult him. But your E's on cooldown now, and they get to chase you. It's just really awkward. Again, just go side lane. Ideally, you push side lane towers. Are a lot easier to push than mid lane towers with Baron. Fast forward this. Good. Okay, good, good, good. You keep going mid. Soul, okay. So again, you can just, you need to side lane. You have teleport. You need to side lane. He should not be able to kill you. Yeah, it sucks that you're fighting a Yorick that you'll probably never kill. And you probably provide more value in team fights, but you need to use teleport. The way it's meant to be used for across the map play. Here, are you just face tanking? You're just face tanking a full rotation, Misfortune. I like the fights over Dragon, but you have no AD carry. And you face tank a Misfortune ultimate. And at this point, it's going to be a turning point soon. Because, again, if you were just top lane and Jhin was at the Dragon Pit, which Jhin is really fed, probably a different outcome to the fight. Worst case is you just don't teleport and your team loses, but you keep a tower. Because you can hold tower against Yorick. You have enough wave clear for it. But now you lose tower, and you lose Dragon, and they get to catch back into the game. Now you guys are on the back pedal or back foot. Sure, catch them out. Here you just want to keep rotating between these waves and just keep catching them all as safely as you can, keeping track of where champions are. I didn't mention keeping track of champions because you always walk down the lane, or almost always down the lane, and that doesn't affect you as much when you don't have to keep track of them, because you don't have to keep track of them if you're just walking down here, but especially if you're side lane, you want to keep track of champions. Again, you keep walking down mid. You do still have teleport. Now side laning becomes more difficult because now they can start to chase you for a really long time. You just stay bot. You have teleport. Why are you walking all the way up here? What's the point of walking all the way up here? You have teleport. You have teleport. Why did you just run? You run from bot lane while having teleport. Yeah, there's no ideal spot to teleport to, but you just teleport to this wave here. It's fine. Because you're not going to teleport in their face, you're not an engaged champion. But you just stay down here. You just give them Baron. It's okay to concede Baron. Well, I don't say okay and like just give it to them, but now you're the tools you are given and the tools you have are not used as effectively as they can be, and the decisions that are being made are very sporadic and seemingly emotional ones instead of logically thought out ones that you choose beforehand and prioritize. They seem very, this is happening, this should be done, instead of I want this to be done because that's how the game is played around. This objective, this summoner spell, this wave, this level up, this item. It seems very just following the pace of how you're moving. I'm hitting this person, they're in my face. This fight is happening, I'm going there. It's just my interpretation of how you're playing and how you're fighting. Yes, York gets caught out, he's overextended, fine. Did you ult for him? I don't think... I mean, it's low enough cooldown, I guess, but... eh. And ult and Zanya's. Zanya's is a long cooldown. Zanya's is, what, 90 seconds? What does it say? It's 2 minutes. No, I'm bad. Okay, cool. Are you on a side lane? Cool. You want a side lane? They do have scary shakos and stuff, so don't go too far out. It's okay. It's okay to just sit here. Ideally, you just stay out of vision. You don't want to let them know exactly where you are. They might make a silly decision, assuming that there's only Jhin there. Okay. I mean, at this point of the game, like, it's around the 32-minute mark after that fight, it was the enemy's hand to throw, not yours to win. But every time before that, it was just... there was no decision around Baron. You just kept running mid and just sharing experience and gold and missing a lot of spells. What? What did you get? Why'd you cast your E backwards again? Someone. What? I don't know, whatever. Okay. There's 3 dead. Good. You have no HP. You need to just stay alive. You need to not walk up. You need to just... whoever Vi pushes R, you push R. Okay, cool. You blow this person up and that's it. That's good. Perfect. Great. Hit this, walk away. They're all respawning. Walk away. Walk away. Spam ping your team to run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run. Sylas TP's in. That's very, very awkward. You need to just realize that this is a very bad spot to be in. This is a... because Sylas TP'd in, it forces you guys to just understand to commit that you should not be here, which is really difficult because he teleported in. But you should just not be here. They all just respawn. You guys are all basically dead and use a lot of your ultimates. They just chase you down. That's a very big knowledge thing of, hey, we just got item gold and we're low HP. Let's leave. This end angle can be done, but it's extremely difficult. Largely because you're not going to be part of the fight. You basically are whoever does something. This is like just because Sylas teleports, it's a lot of pressure to stay. But yeah, you just recall. I mean, literally, this fight could just Sylas is focused on what you can do. You just recall and teleport back. If Sylas teleports, but honestly, I would have just recalled. Because your team does not need you for these things. Your team does not need you for these things. Just recalling, and if Sylas teleports, you can also teleport back, but This is a lot of team and mental decisions. But yeah, you should, and now they end the game. I mean, I know that because, well, one, the score line here tells me, but that's just the end of the game. There was a lot of points in the game that things could have been done. A lot of times where you could have just side lane and just gotten more gold, more experience, and then use that around Baron, use that around Dragon. In lane, a lot of times where you could have just held this, either shoved this and crashed this, or held it, or keep it in the middle. But, so in end notes, notepad. New. What is it? Level. Let's just take wave plan. When to crash, shove, crash slash shove.
A summoner has disconnected.
Verse freeze based on win condition, meaning if they're a melee champion that wants to chase you down, or if you can harass them and they're forced to use their spells on wave clear. For example, if the enemy jungle is not Shaco, because Shaco has a lot of pressure. If the enemy jungle is Karthus, Shyvana, just farming junglers or junglers that don't have much utility, then you can look to shove and harass more, especially if you have vision, especially if you play towards your Vi. So wave plan slash, just kidding, management, punish, level, and range. Like when level 2, level 3. 6 in this case wasn't really as big of a thing, but I'm assuming it happens because, again, you didn't even alt or Q. Mechanics. You need to just hold your spells and not miss or not cast E backwards. Mechanics are practiced by just playing the champion a lot and being able to respond to the situations. There's just so many missed, so many, you don't cast Q while you're walking as much as you can be. You don't harass. Like, let's just say, can mix. Just a lot of spell rotations. You never, I don't know if you stack for your ultimate because it's hard to see because of the visual bugs in spectator mode. Side lane and use teleport as intended. And play around objectives. So again, you need to create a plan. That plan could be, I want to shove, I want to freeze, I want to keep the wave in the middle, and try to execute that plan. How are you going to plan on executing that plan? It can be, I'm going to kill their caster minions, I'm going to harass them when they're going for last hits. If it's just, I plan on hitting them, or it's a very vague structure, you need to know, how do you plan on freezing? I'm going to hold 2 casters. I'm going to have the enemy wave be slightly larger, count the minions. If you're going to freeze if you're going to push or shove, be able to kill the whole wave. Make sure you don't get punished for it. Make sure Echo can't jump on you. Level 2, they're level 1. Be like, oh, I can just keep walking towards them. I have a larger wave. You will win the fight. Same thing with level 3. Mechanics, there's just a lot to do, especially with your E, that being missed, being casted at weird times, being aimed in strange directions. There is a lot. You can also just push R and then cast E. You stun the entire enemy team. You play your champion walking through fog instead of spacing. There's a lot that's going on there. That's why people oftentimes recommend easier champions that just have, I can kill them now. I don't have to look to harass them whenever my orb is up, but Q them whenever they're melee minion, or going for caster minion, or whenever they're going for last hit. Side lane, you keep walking down mid. You need to just, you have teleport, especially with teleport. You need to just go into the side lane, keep your CS up, and join fights using teleport. You can teleport to a wave if there's no ward, but you have to use teleport. Play around objectives. If Baron is up, go around it. If you're looking to, you guys, I believe, got one Baron, push a side lane. Pushing down mid lane is difficult. You can still do it, but pushing the most outer tower is usually the easiest, and usually it's going to be in one of the side lanes. And also side lanes, there's only one angle you can be ganked from or flanked from. Makes it a lot easier to guard or go with the team. I don't know how much you're pinging. I didn't see very much of it. So I'm assuming that's just because the ideas or plan isn't there. It's mostly just, I have more CS, or I'm even in lane, or Echo can hit me or kill me here, or I can kill him, instead of, how do I get to a situation where he just can't fight me? Because if the wave's at your turret, he can't chase you, he can't do his trade patterns. I'm not saying always freeze, but especially if the enemy laner just wants to chase you down the lane, you can just keep it in the middle or keep it to your side instead of half shoving it. But those are my big points. Wave management into levels. Mechanics, there's a lot to just constantly harassing with Q and landing your E. Mid lane, or mid game, side lane a lot more, and side lane. Also, wards and vision. I don't think you purchase a control ward at any point in the game. I didn't talk too much about vision because a lot of the plays you did were around the creep wave in mid lane. If you do side lane, you do want to have vision and keeping track of players. We did not keep track of that many players because, again, we just ran down mid a lot. And playing around objectives. Again, if you have teleport, if you're in the side lane, you join the fights. You spam ping your team. You look to do that and be there instead of going for the Silas that was down here at some point. I hope this helps. I feel like I'm horrible at recommending things for mid, but those are my thoughts. Let me know on what you liked, dislike, what you think I say too vaguely or not well enough or is confusing. I hope this helps you, and good luck in your games.